The debate over building a new Rays stadium in Hillsborough County continues to heat up. Someone doesn't want the county spending your tax dollars. Conservative political group Americans for Prosperity started running this spot on social media sites. They're urging people to tell commissioners not to spend tax money on a new stadium. Now, the campaign comes after 10 Investigates Noah Pransky exposed that cash-strapped county has explored extending its controversial community investment sales tax to help out the Rays. Well, he's been breaking news on the stadium saga for nearly a decade, and tonight he continues.
We've been fighting for transparency on the county's behind closed door negotiations with the Rays because there's a good chance taxpayers could pay as much or more than the team for that next stadium. And according to new documents that we finally got after trying to get them for months, the county's had meetings to discuss specific taxes that could potentially fund that ballpark. That includes everything from extending the community investment tax past 2026 when it's set to expire. This 1-cent sales tax, first approved 30 years earlier to pay for Raymond James Stadium and other community projects. But that would be a monstrous political challenge. So the county has also looked at raising rental car taxes to pay for a stadium. However, those were just raised to $6 a day, now the highest in the state. So Hillsborough County, at the very least, wants to raise the hotel tax, which could fund a piece of the stadium. But that money could also go toward other tourism-related things. And some politicians in the county don't want you to know that. Look, the next Rays ballpark will cost upwards of $500 million. And the teams implied that they won't be the ones to pay for the bulk of the cost, which means that we may be expected to. And there probably won't be any public vote. Those decisions will be made by a small group of city and county leaders. The reason we've been fighting for transparency is what happened in Miami, where taxpayers will wind up spending about $1 billion on the Marlins' new home, which has neither produced big crowds nor the revitalized neighborhoods once promised. And what happened in Cincinnati, where county officials had to sell off a local hospital to pay off their stadium bills. In Atlanta, where Cobb County is considering closing down libraries because it overextended itself on a new Braves stadium and a tax-funded deal that was cut in secret behind closed doors. See, Hillsborough County Commissioner Ken Hagan has actually praised that Braves deal. And you guys have all told me, basically every time I post about it on Facebook, that you're concerned the same thing will happen here. So we'll keep asking those money questions on your behalf, even when the commissioner literally runs out the back door of a press conference to get away from us. After all, taxpayers in Miami, Cincinnati, and Cobb County could all tell you they wish they had more people asking money questions when their tax dollars were getting discussed, because the price of not asking those stadium subsidy questions is pretty darn expensive. Noah Pransky, 10 Investigates.